Namaste, welcome to the guidance classes for the Group 1 services telecasted by the TSAT. In this, analytical reasoning, logical reasoning and data interpretation is one of the concepts among the 13 concepts as you know it. It's a very important and very simple, especially for non-mathematics background aspirants. This is very important and very useful also because it's not a part of your regular studies, correct? So here in this session I am going to give the most clarity about this probability and data interpretation, which helps you to score the maximum marks in the examination. Okay, so here we are using called as a concept called as probability. So simply we are using probability. Correct? And the name only we have the probability here. Probability means here actually when a coin is tossed, what will happen? You may get head or you may get tail. When two coins are tossed, what is the probability to get two heads or what is the probability to get two tails? This is one way. Or when you consider a deck of cards, as you know that a deck of cards have 52 cards. When you select one card randomly, what is the probability to get a face card? This is one experiment, correct? If you take a die, so when the die is rolled out, so what is the probability to get even number? So throwing a die, picking a card from deck of cards, tossing a coin, all these are experiments, correct? Okay. So these experiments are very important and you can calculate the probability here. So this one here we call it as a random experiment, okay, a random experiment, and we are going to consider as considering as favorable outcomes and total outcomes. These two words are very, very important. For example, when the coin is tossed, we have the outcomes, that is head, another one is a tail. When the die is thrown, the outcomes are either 1, 2, 3 or 4 or 5 or 6. When you consider deck of cards, there is a possibility of selecting one, maybe face cards, correct? Like, so the probability, simply we can say the probability here we call it as an event, the probability of an event. So simply we will say as P of E, probability of an event. The probability of an event is favorable outcomes by total outcomes. Favorable outcomes by total outcomes. So we will see with some example. Okay, when the dice is thrown, what is the probability to get an even number? This is the question. When die is thrown, what is the probability to get an even number? Okay, so what is the total outcomes for the dice? Total outcomes, say it. The total outcomes are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6, correct? But here, what are the favorable outcomes? Favorable outcomes. The favorable outcomes are even numbers. What are the even numbers here? 2, 4, 6. Means the number of total outcomes is 6. The number of favorable outcomes is 3. So the probability of getting even number, what is the formula for it? Favorable outcomes by total outcomes. Favorable outcomes by total. What is the number of favorable outcomes is 3. This is 3. And the total outcomes is 6. So, we can say 3 by 6, that is 1 by 2. Are you understand? So, in this manner, so if you want to remember this, just I will give a small idea to you. Just remember the word photo divided FO by TO. So, simply this is the only one formula for the probability. The probability of an event is favorable outcomes by total outcomes. Okay. Here the probability of an event, say P of E, and the complement of the event, that is E bar, we will say, and P of E plus P of E bar is equal to 1. This is a very important relation. Means probability getting a even number, if we say P of E, then probability of getting not an even number, that is P of E bar. E and E bar are complementary events each other. Okay. And the P of E, the probability of an event is always lies between 1 and 0. So, 0 is less than or equal to P of E is less than or equal to 1. Clear. So, in the examination generally they will ask you to, so among the given values which is not a probability of an event. So, they will give the value as 1 by 2, 3 by 2, okay, 3 by 2, 1 by 4 and 1 by 7. Option A is 1 by 2, option B is 3 by 2, option C is 1 by 4, option D is 1 by 7. Among these 4 options, so which is not represent the probability of an event. So, 1 by 2 is less than 1, correct? So, it is a probability of an event. 1 by 4 is less than 1 because it is a 0.25, it is also probability of an event, possibility. 1 by 7 is around 0.12, means it is also less than 1. So, it is an event. But when you consider 3 by 2, 3 by 2 is 1.5, means more than 1. But the probability of an event is always lies between 0 and 1. So, this is 3 by 2 is not the probability of an event. So, this kind of questions they will ask in the examination. They will give the probabilities maybe in fractions, maybe in decimals, maybe in other format. You have to understand whether the value is less than 1 or not. If the value is less than 1, it represents the probability of an event. If it is more than 1, it is not a probability of an event. This is a very, very important. Okay, there is a lot of applications is there. For example, what is the probability of getting 53 Sundays in a leap year? The question is probability of getting 53 Sundays in a year. If the question is given like, then what is in a year? General normal year, a normal year have 52 weeks and 1 odd day, because the number of days in a year is 365, correct? When you divide 365 by 7, the quotient is 52 and the remainder is 1. So, there are 252 weeks and 1 odd day. Each week has Sunday. So, there is a possibility of 52 Sundays. Okay. This odd day may be one of the weekday, maybe Sunday, maybe Monday, maybe Tuesday, maybe Wednesday, maybe Thursday, maybe Friday, maybe Saturday. So, there are how many possibilities are? There are 7 possibilities. So, probability of getting 53 Sundays in a year is, the favorable outcomes is how much? Only 1. Because this day, the odd day, if it is Sunday, then 52 plus 1, that becomes as 53 Sundays, correct? So, the favorable outcomes is 1 and the total outcomes is how much? All the weekdays, means from Monday to Sunday. How many days are? 7. So, the probability of getting 53 Sundays in a year is 1 by 7. For example, if the question is given as what is the probability of getting 53 Sundays in a leap year, question is given is leap year. What is the probability to get 53 Sundays in a leap year? 53 Sundays. Okay. What is a leap year? Actually, leap year has 366 days. Maybe the reason you know it. So, actual year is 365 and 1/4 days. For every 4 years, this 1/4 is accumulated and becomes as 1, it becomes as 366 days. That is the reason in the leap year we have in February month we have 29 days. Correct? So, for a leap year, so we have 52 weeks and 2 odd days. From 52 weeks, we will have 52 Sundays. These 2 days may be Sunday, Monday, Monday, Tuesday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Thursday, Friday, Friday, Saturday, and Saturday, Sunday. From Sunday, Monday, you have Sunday, correct? From Saturday, Sunday, you have Sunday. Means what are the number of favorable outcomes? 2. Total outcomes 7. So, the probability is 2/7. So, probability of getting 53 Sundays in a leap year is 2/7. This is a very important information, as you know that. Clear? For a general year, for a normal year, the probability of getting 53 Sundays is 1/7. But for a leap year, the probability of getting 53 Sundays in a leap year will be 2/7. Okay, so some more information. So here, for example, what is the probability getting 54 Sundays in a leap year? 54 Sundays in a leap year means just now we said 52 weeks and 2 odd days, and this 2 days, one from February 29, correct? And another one is another day. So, condition if February 29 also Sunday means we have 52 Sundays from 52 weeks. If February 29 is Sunday, then this odd day may be one of the weekday, means here we have 52 plus 1, that is 53. If this one also a Sunday, then the probability is 54 Sundays, means probability of 54 Sundays in a leap year will be 1/7, because one day means here one of the weekday here. Number of possible outcomes is 7, favorable outcomes is 1, so 50, but it is a conditional one. What is the condition here? That day, that is the February 29th will be Sunday. If February 29 is Sunday, then we will get 54 Sundays, that is, and the probability is 1/7. Is it clear? So, in the examination, how the question is asking, you have to listen it carefully. That is very, very important. Okay. So, generally they will ask the question like a box. So, means see, in a box there are 3 red balls, 5 blue balls and 4 black balls. When you select one ball, what is the probability to get that ball is blue ball? Means probability of getting blue ball. Okay. So, what is how many red balls are here? 3. How many black balls are here? 5. How many, 4. How many blue balls are here? 5. What is the total balls here? Total number of balls 3 plus 5, 8 plus 4 are 12. There are 12 balls. So, means probability of total outcomes is 12. When you select one ball out of 5 blue balls, so we are getting probability of blue ball now. So, 5 from out of 5 we are going to select one, means favorable outcomes is 5. So, probability of getting blue ball is 5/12. Okay. Here my question is, what is the probability of getting not a black ball. Probability of getting not a black ball. So here there are two ways. Not a black ball means you have to left the black balls. How many balls are here? 3 red balls and 5 blue balls. Means totally 8 balls. Those will be considered as a favorable outcomes, and the total outcomes is 12, means you can say 8 by 12, or you can say 4 2s, 4 3s, means it is 2 by 3. You can say another way also. First you have to find probability of not a black ball means here. What is the probability of not a black probability of a black ball? First find the probability of a black ball, that is 4. There are 4 by 12, means 4 1s, 4 3s, means it is 1 by 3. The required probability of not a black ball, P of BA bar, means 1 minus 1 by 3, that is 2 by 3. Answer is 2 by 3, correct? Already I said this is very important. Probability of an event plus probability of its complement is 1. So now you can come to the probability of complement is equal to 1 minus P of E. This is a very, very important thing. Clear? Okay. So for example, they may ask it as, in a box, there are 100 cards labeling from 1 to 100. When you select the probability of getting a prime number, probability of getting prime, what is its probability? So here between from 1 to 100 there are 25 prime numbers, correct? There are 25 prime numbers. If you know it, then the favorable outcomes is 25 and total outcomes is 100, means 25 by 100, otherwise 25 1s, 25 4s, you can say as 1 by 4. Or probability of an even number. So between 1 to 100 there are 50 even numbers, the total is 100. So 50 by 100, 50 1s, 50 2s, it is 1 by 2. That is a probability of an even number. Probability of an odd number, there are 50 odd numbers and total is 100. So 50 1s, 50 2s, you can say as 1 by 2. Or they can ask probability of multiple of 5. Multiple of 5 means you have to say 5 1s are 5, 5 20s are 100, means here there are 20 multiples are there for from 1 to 100. So you can say favorable outcomes is 20, the total outcomes is 100, 21s, 25s, it is 1 by 5. Clear? So like you can calculate the probability of an event. So when a box is there or when a bag is there, when you collect a deck of cards is there, like these questions will come. Now I am taking this shifting to the deck of cards. So as you know that there are 4 kinds of cards are there, correct? And there are face cards. For each one you can say, like you have to say diamond card is there and this kind of spade card is there. Clear? So you have and this is another kind. These are the 4 kinds of cards, as you know that this is symbol, as you know it. Clear? So means here there are totally 52 cards are there. So 52, each one starts from A, correct? A, ace, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Then jockey, queen and king. So jockey, queen and king are there. So we have a diamond jockey, diamond queen and diamond king also. Diamond spade, of course, spade jockey, spade queen and spade king. So means here for each one we have 3 face cards, totally 12 face cards are there in the deck of cards. If the question is asked in the examination, when you select one card randomly, what is the probability to get a face card? The probability of get a face card. Probability to get a face card is how much it is? The favorable outcomes is 12. Correct? And the total outcomes is 52 because there are 52 cards are there. So 12 by 52. So we can say simply 50, you can leave the 12 by 52, otherwise you can say 4 3s, 4 13s, you can say as 3 by 13. This is the probability of getting a face card when you select one card randomly from the deck of cards. Clear? Sometimes they may ask a specific one. What is the probability of getting a diamond face card? Probability of getting a diamond face card means here. So how many face cards are diamond? So means there are 3 face cards in diamond. So we can say it is a probability of diamond face cards means here simply we can say 3 by 52. Correct? So like they will ask the questions in the examination based on it. Okay. And one more, so they will ask it as you can take it to the probability of an event. Instead of, is it clear? The probability of an event is favorable outcomes by total outcome. Okay. So this about a probability of an event. Sometimes we use the word called at least, at most. When the 2 coins are tossed, the question is when the 2 coins are tossed, what is the probability of getting at most 2 heads? The probability of getting at most 2 heads. At most, that is a maximum, means maximum 2. Means you can say when the 2 coins are tossed, maybe tail and head and tail, head and head, tail and tail, correct? These are the 4 possibilities. When the 2 coins are tossed here, then at most means that is both will be heads. So means 1 by 4. That is probability of at least 2 heads. Probability of at least 2 heads. At least means here 1 or 2. 1 more than means 2 or less than 2. At least 2 heads. Clear? So at most, that is a maximum, means at least 2 heads. So this is it. So like at most, at least the question will come. So when the 2 dice are thrown, what is the probability of getting 10? Probability of getting 10. Probability of getting 10 when the 2 dice are thrown here. So what are the number of outcomes when 1 die is thrown? 6. When the 2 dice are thrown means 6 of 6, the total outcomes becomes as 36. Clear? Okay. So what is the required one here? Probability of getting 10 means a die has 6 faces, as you know it. Each face, in first face you have 1 dot, and second face you have 2 dots, third face you have 3 dots, like 6 faces, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we are counting the sum of the dots, sum of the numbers on the faces when the 2 dice are thrown. 10. What is the favorable outcomes here? Maybe you can say it as 4 and 6, 6 and 4, correct? 5 and 5, any more? Because the total will be 10. Any more here? 3 and 7, is it possible? Not possible, because the maximum possibility is 6 only. So 4 and 6, 6 and 4, and 5 and 5 means how many favorable outcomes? 3. What are the total outcomes? 36. Probability of 10 is 3 by 36, means 3 ones are 3 12s, so it is 1 by 12. What is the probability of getting 8? Probability of getting 8. The probability of getting 8 means you have to write again, total is 36. Probability means here 8, 4, 4, 6, 2, 2, 6. Any other? No. No other possibilities. So, it's also probability of it is same 3 by 36. Of course, it is 1 by 12. Probability of getting 11. Probability of getting 11 means here is 5 and 6 and 6 and 5. Any more? No. So, we will say as 2 by 36, 2 1s are 2 18s are, which is 1 by 18. Is it clear? So, like we can find the probability when the 2 dice are thrown. Clear? Okay. Now, we will see the next. For example, 3 coins are tossed. What is the probability to get 2 heads? At least 2 heads. At least 2 heads. Probability of getting at least 2 heads. At least 2 heads means here 2 or more than 2. So, when the 3 coins are tossed means here the total possibility is 2 of 2 of 2, that is 8. There are 8 possibilities, sir. If you have any doubt, you can check it. Say has a tail, head, head, tail, head and tail, 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 head, tail, tail and tail. Now come to the next head, tail, tail, head, okay, tail, head, 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 tail, head, head, head. So, how many possibilities are here? We have 8 possibilities. We have 8 possibilities, correct? We have 8 possibilities. Among 8 possibilities, what is the favorable outcomes here? What is the required? At least 2 heads. At least 2 heads means here, 1, 2, here 2, because here 2, here 3, here 2. So, how many favorable outcomes? 1, 2, 3 and 4. So, 4, but the total outcomes is 8, that is 4 by 8, that is 1 by 2. Clear? Okay. Sometimes they will give a word called as mathematics, for example, mathematics. When you select randomly one letter from the word mathematics, what is the probability to get an vowel? Probability of getting a vowel. So, what is a vowel? You know that A, E, I, O, U are the vowels of English alphabet, correct? Here A1, E2, A3, correct? I4. Means the favorable outcomes are 4. And how many are here? The total one? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Means probability of getting a vowel when you select one letter from the word mathematics is 4 by 11. So, if you take it as coronavirus, when you select one letter from the coronavirus, what is the probability of getting vowel? The question is given like coronavirus here, O1, S2, A3, I4, U5. Means favorable outcomes is 5. Here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So, it is 5 by 11. Clear? So, maybe they will give a word, find the probability getting a vowel or of course or consonants, like they may ask the question in the examination. You have to practice it. That's very, very important. Clear? So, mostly they will ask in the same manner. Clear? Okay. For example, again in a bag, okay, in a bag there are 5 pens, 8 pencils and 10 erasers. When you select one from the total one, what is the probability to get an eraser? Means what is 5 plus 8? 13 plus 10, 23 means total is 23. Probability of getting eraser P of E means that there are 10 favorable outcomes, total outcomes is 23. So, simply you can say as 10 by 23. Clear? Or probability of not getting a pencil means a pencil bar means already I said. So, leave it, that's a leave 8 and pencils, remaining 5 plus 10 favorable outcomes is 15 by 23. Or you can say probability of pencil, that is 8 by 23, and subtract from 1, you will get 15 by 23. In this manner you can calculate the probability of an event. So, I understand. So, this probability is a very simple one and you can calculate, especially this is highly useful for your mains examination, at the same time in the prelims examinations. A very simple concept, just keeping in mind photo means favorable outcomes by total outcomes, then you can get the answers a very simple manner. I hope you understand this and practice it. Definitely you will get the maximum marks. Namaste.